Working conditions are harsh at these brick plants outside Dhaka, but in some ways they're a sign of progress, as well as the challenges that progress brings. It's the demand for new homes and shops and the building of new roads and bridges that has fueled the creation of around 5,000 of these factories. The problem is that most of them have been built illegally, right on top of fertile rice fields.
You have to meet the demand of the population, and at the same time you have to raise the productivity of the land, through R&D, through improved seeds. So I know there is a pressure on the soil, but this is the situation there, and you just have to cope up with this increasing population pressure.
The Islamic Development Bank is working with the Bangladesh government to do just that, educating farmers to help improve their yields, funding mechanized farm equipment, building cement irrigation channels.
If we increase the irrigation channel, then the command area will be increased, irrigation cost will be reduced, and the production will be increased. So the farmers will be benefited and the farmers' economy will be enhanced.
Projects like these are helping farmers move from mere subsistence to reaping surpluses they can sell. Another, more high-tech initiative is similarly aiming to increase farmers' incomes. The Telecenter network was established with funding from the Canadian and Swiss governments. There are more than 3,000 of these profitable, self-sustaining centers across the country.
This center is run by an entrepreneur, owned and run by an entrepreneur, but there are some different kind of models also. Those are run by NGOs, civil society, and even the government is now also owning some.
For a modest fee, rural people can get digital photos taken and photocopies made, helping them to apply for government services and subsidies without having to journey into the towns. And thanks to a partnership with the International Rice Research Institute, they're also boosting farmers' productivity.
When a farmer is having a problem, like he needs any information on input, like seed or fertilizer or pesticide, he goes to this center now.
Computers require a steady power supply, and that's far from a given in Bangladesh, where only about 40% of people have access to electricity. One man has found an ingenious solution. With seed funding from the World Bank and Bangladesh government, Asaruzaman Sheikh established the country's first biomass power plant. It uses a waste product the country has in abundance, rice husks.
The people of here, they are thinking me that I'm a mad, because I will produce the electricity from the rice husks. They are asking me, are you mad? You are producing the power from the rice husks.
No one doubts his wisdom, let alone his sanity anymore.
At this moment, 7 villages within the range of 15 kilometers, approximately 15,000 people are now enjoying this great quality electricity.
Economic activity in those villages has boomed since Sheikh brought them power.
If we can implement such a kind of more project in the village area of Bangladesh, I think the problem of the electricity will be solved.
The fact that demand for power is far outstripping supply is both a sign of economic growth and also of the immense pressures from having a vast population of 160 million people. Barring the microstates, Bangladesh is the world's most densely populated country. That means that even its economic progress of recent years is inadequate.
Bangladesh has had some success in accelerating its growth rates over the past 2 to 3 decades, to a point where the country is now growing at quite a healthy 5 to 6% per year, even during the global economic and financial crisis of the past couple of years.
It needs growth of closer to 9% if it's to continue to substantially reduce the number of people living in poverty, which still stands at close to 40%.
It has been the garment industry and labor-intensive manufacturing on the one hand, which has been behind much of the growth of Bangladesh in recent years. The other aspect has been labor migration out of Bangladesh to many countries in the Middle East or neighboring countries.
Those migrant workers now send home close to $10 billion of remittances a year, an important driver of local investment and economic growth. Still, the country remains heavily reliant on foreign assistance.
The successes in the various models, from Grameen to microfinance, Islamic microfinance, the NGOs, many organizations are really playing their part in helping Bangladesh get out of poverty. But really the challenges are tremendous. The climate change, the overpopulation pressure on the infrastructure, on the various projects. So it's really quite a challenge to work in that country and to make it sustainable.
Sustainability that must be built on seeing demand for bricks for new construction continue to grow, but without the factories that make them eating up limited and vital arable land.